Turn the fan off. Hey my friends, it's Cam again, back in the home gym. But I didn't always have a home gym, and that's kind of what I wanted to go through today. Kind of like a little background and just where my status is, what I've kind of built. This should try to help me on my journey. For those of you who want to see this journey, continue it on with me. By all means, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. That way, every time I post a video, you'll get notifications. Try to do it every Thursday. But again, these videos are about being realistic. And sometimes you don't always meet those deadlines. So as I stated in my last video, I'm actually in my late 30s. I too have struggled with weight loss, being overweight since I was young. Didn't have so much of a stomach, but I did have man boobs when I was young. Kind of got made fun of it a lot too. Didn't necessarily let it get me down though. The thing is, I was active though, still played football. I was in ROTC, drill team, constantly walking, constantly riding my bike. Yeah, for that generation that's out there right now, we rode bikes back in the day. Yeah, I just kind of went through always being a big dude. Had kids straight after high school. I just went into one of those lifestyles of just work, kids, work, kids, work, kids. There's actually times where I had like 3 jobs at one time. Just throwing that out there only because I know that some people out there struggling with just time management, you know, working so much. And sometimes that can be, even though you're active and you're burning those calories, I'm pretty sure you're eating just as much just to try to maintain it, especially if you're on the go like that. I kind of went through that cycle, work all the time. But during that time, during these years of raising 2 kids with my wife that I've been with since high school, it was a struggle, constant on and off struggle with losing weight. For those who are curious, I already did a warm-up and I'm on my working sets now. We'll get onto all that later on. During my journey, I've fluctuated in weight. Got up to I think like 285, then went down to 260, then went up to 310, got down to 280, and then I was at my heaviest at 335. Currently today, I'm weighing in and weighed yesterday at 316. So I'm in that journey again of losing. The only difference is this time I want to kind of keep it off. Again, I know that's the struggle for many. That's where we're all struggling at, is keeping it off. Might be able to fluctuate, might be able to do things here and there, but keeping it off is the major issue, and I'm aware of that. Things that I've tried, man. At some point I wanted to be a firefighter, so I was working out with firefighters. I've done CrossFit, bodybuilding, athlete workouts. I used to work out with a basketball player and just learned so many different things. I've tried Atkins. I remember there was one diet that I tried where it was the 48-hour Hollywood diet, where it was just a freaking juice cleanse. And of course, yeah, you lose 10 pounds in 2 days, but you gain it right back once you go back to eating. Recently, just got off of keto about 6 months ago. I've always been like a healthy fat guy, right? Well, it was just recently where I actually started actually having issues, like health issues. My knee was starting to hurt, and then my cholesterol was high, and then wanted to put me on medication. Don't like the medication route too much, so heard about the keto. Everybody was mentioning keto. Since keto is not bad, it works when you have people who are all on the same page. But when you have a house of 4 and you're trying to make like 4 different meals, one person's on a regular diet, one person's on an eat it all diet, one person's on keto, one's a vegan, it gets a little complicated. But for the most part, went from 335 to about 290. It works. It's not to say it doesn't work, right? It wasn't sustainable as I wanted it to be. So then went into just kind of going back into eating whatever. Whew. After so many years of trying, but I realized it's about getting into what's comfortable for you. You gotta set it up the way that you want. You gotta set it up the way that you want and what works for you. Again, currently right now, I think again, 316. 316, I eat 4 meals a day. Past couple of weeks, steady decrease in weight. And honestly, it was based off of like bodybuilder diets, chicken, rice, broccoli. But that's not all though. You have your cheat days, cheat meals. Don't do no cheat weeks. So steady workouts right now, constant weight loss. One of the other things I realized was slow weight loss, not fast. Let's not try to just do it just for the weekend or just because they came up with something. Hey, we're having a wedding in a month. Now you want to try to bust out a 40-pound weight loss. Like, this needs to be like a life change. This needs to be something that you're doing. And that's why, again, currently right now, have my own home gym, because when you realize that it needs to be a lifestyle change, it has to fit your lifestyle. If your lifestyle is you're out and about, then you'd want to, get a gym. Did that too. Right now, currently I have the pleasure of working from home, but I didn't always have that pleasure. And one of the times when I was losing weight consistently, I was doing it at PF gyms. Again, not an expert, just experience in the different avenues you can take and the different routes and the different types of workouts, whether it be HIIT, fast workouts, CrossFit, 20 minutes fast pace, or if it's just hitting some weights, slow cardio on the treadmill. So many different avenues you can take. Last one. Let's switch it up. I like the neon yellow. That is bright as hell. So it's whatever you're comfortable with. Again, all of that stuff will kind of go on later on. Kind of want to hit it all specific as far as like my experiences. But for right now, I just wanted to give like a holistic view of just everything that I've gone through as far as weight loss, the challenges, time. Again, I've gone through the trouble with time, the struggling with time, raising a family, work, the stresses of work itself. Even though you might have a rigorous job, sometimes you end up eating more than what you're working, if that makes sense. And then you don't even want to work out, you don't want to do anything extra outside of that. And I've also, the blame game as well. It's this fault, it's that fault. This is the reason why I can't, this is the reason. It's in your control. And I know that's very, very, very controversial topic, but it's in your control. And again, this is from my experience, mental health, the mental health portion might not be in your control. And I understand that, certain things can manifest into hindering your physical capability as well. But then if you're seeing this, then it's up to you now to go seek the proper help that you would need to in order to be able to, and that's in your control. Losing weight is in your control, whether or not, again, whether it's physically in your control or mentally in your control. Even people missing limbs are out there working out, and kudos to them for having that thrive. And it might be a lack of motivation in you, but then again, it's in your control. Find what motivates you, get the help that's needed, make yourself more comfortable. We're all going through the struggle here, but at the end of the day, it is a struggle. I'm not taking away from that at all. Living proof, again, 38 years old, I know it's a struggle, but I also know that it's in my control. So anything that I lack, anything that I don't do, nobody else's fault but my own. Unless, if you were born into a situation where you just have no control over your own life, that's a concept too, I guess. Let's just say you got to determine what you can control and what you can't. How about that? So yeah, struggle with time, the mental health portions, the mental struggle, physical struggle, being tired, family, all of the above. So again, if you're going to take anything from this journey, let it be that you're not alone, and that 9 out of 10 times there is a solution, and there is some sort of route or avenue you can take to meet your goals. And really that's all I'm trying to do at this point. Put myself in a more comfortable position, had to kind of switch gears. Hey, maybe weight loss doesn't need to be the focus. I need to focus on something else first. Going from working 3 jobs to having 1 job, or being able to work for myself. So that was kind of what I had to do. I kind of had to switch gears and do that, make myself more comfortable, get a better job, purchase a home, and then, you know, be able to get to where I am now to try to get to my goals. So kind of doing this on the fly, guys. It's not like this is staged or written down, but it is my own life, so I know exactly what my struggles were. Main struggle is just doing it. Getting out there to just do it. You can come up with so many rhymes or reasons why you don't have to today. But that day turns into 2, and that 2 turns into 4, and that 4 turns into a week. Week turns into a month, and before you know it, 2 years pass by, you haven't done anything. Start off with simple changes, basic changes, which I think at that point we'll talk in the next video. Again, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. If you're curious as to what you can do for weight loss, let me know. Ask the question. Again, I'm not an expert, but I have experienced, did a lot of research. What we're doing now is we are looking for Cam to put all that research and development into implementation and produce results. So if you want to continue on this journey, follow me. I'll see you all on the journey.